Good morning. Today is Tuesday morning, the 20-something? Hold on, the 24th of September. I have not chatted with you guys once again. It's been a while. Things have been crazy. You guys know how it gets during hunting season. I got back from hunting with Casey and his dad. We had a really, or his father-in-law. How many times am I gonna make that mistake? We had a really good trip. Saw a lot of elk, and that was fun. I had a great time over there with those guys. And I kind of just went off the grid for a little bit. Filmed some elk, did my thing, had fun. And now I'm home, and I'm getting ready for a high country mule deer hunt that I'm leaving on tomorrow with my little brother. It's not my tag, it's his tag. But he wanted me to come along and film for him. And I'm gonna just do a couple videos on this hunt over the next couple days. And hopefully, I mean, there's a really good chance in this spot where we'll get into some deer. But I wanted to show you guys the bomb that I'm dealing with. So this is the first time this year that I've got all this gear out. This is my ultralight kind of stuff, and I'm trying to decide what to take, what to leave, and how to get my pack together. But I wanted to show you guys some of this gear that I run. Some of this stuff is from sponsors, some of it's not. I bought a lot of it. But the reason I'm doing this is not because I think that I'm more, you know, of an expert than anybody else. I'm sure you guys have a lot of better ideas about this ultralight stuff than I do. But I get a ton of questions about like what's a good lightweight tripod, a sleep system, whatever, in the comments and then also on Instagram. So I'm gonna show you guys how I'm gonna put together kind of my pack for this high country mule deer hunt, some of the stuff that I'm gonna be taking, and then we're gonna go do it. So let's check this stuff out. So when I go and I'm trying to go light, I have a pair of Furies that are a combination of a rangefinder and a binocular. They save you a little bit of weight. I'll probably be taking those on this trip. This is what I typically run. These are the Razor 12x50 Vortex. And then this is the Ranger 4000 rangefinder. And this is the new one from Vortex. And this, like, rangefinder is leaps and bounds ahead. Like, it is seriously such an upgrade from the past Vortex rangefinders that I've had. Just lightning fast, super bright. It's a cool rangefinder. And then these 12x50 Razors are my favorite all-around kind of binocular from Vortex. And then I like to run the Outdoorsman stud and bino adapter on them, just because it's such a quick little, easy to release little adapter. I'll set this camera up right here and show you how it works. Alright, so these are so easy because all you have to do is you unscrew the stud on the top, you push the button right there down, and they pop off. There's your binocular adapter. I have a little Archetype Swiss tripod plate on the bottom of it, and then you can use your binoculars whatever throughout the day, and then if you want to throw them on a tripod to glass, all you do, spread them, put that in there, push the button, it's back on, screw it down, done, you're glassing again. So I actually leave mine on there most of the time, even when it's in that bino harness, because it fits in this gear rack just fine how it is, and I'll carry them around like that. Other optics, I'm debating whether I'm going to take this. This is a Razor 65mm Vortex. I may take that or I may not. I have a pair of binoculars that's supposed to be showing up today from Vortex, the new Ultra HDs 18 powers. So if they show up, I'll ditch this and take those probably. This right here is my water bottle. That doesn't have anything to do with what we're talking about. Phone cam adapter. I don't know if you guys have seen these or not. Super easy to use. Give you a little rundown on them real quick. So this is the phone cam adapter. You can put it on any phone case you want, or it comes with this phone case if you want to order it with this phone case. Super basic and simple, easy to use. All you do is you screw this on there like this when you want to film through your optics. Be smart enough to line the threads up. And then this right here adjusts bigger or smaller for your different eyepiece size, and you can film right there. So like all that elk filming that I did, I was elk hunting with Casey, was all done on that, and it's just a really quick, easy way to get set up to take video. Then you just take that thing off when you don't want to use it anymore. It's super lightweight, weighs like half, I don't know what it weighs, not much. And then it's a good way you can film through your optic. So this is the tent that I'm going to be taking. This is the Stone Glacier. So these are the two parts of it. This is all the parts. You can run it as a modular system. Like you can run just the tarp. This has the tarp, the bug net, the footprint, the floor, and the vestibule all built into it. And this seriously weighs like, it can't be 2 pounds, like weighs nothing. All right, so it's called the Sky Air ULT, which I assume stands for ultralight tarp, maybe, I don't know. But practice this one setting it up at home before you go. It uses trekking poles instead of poles, and it kind of takes a little bit of tweaking to figure out how to get it exactly set up right. Maybe if you're like used to setting up tarp tents, you'll be better at this than I am. But I'm gonna overlay some photos of it, what it looks like set up, so you guys can see kind of how it is. It's a lightweight option. You can purchase all the pieces individually, so you can just get what you want or whatever. Pretty cool system, good setup. So this is just like a 4x6 super cheap tarp, and I usually use this when we're hunting elk to have something to throw out on the ground so I can throw quarters on it without them getting dirty and getting pine needles and stuff on them. So I just throw that in the bottom of my pack. I may or may not take this where we're going deer hunting. Also, it's a good like emergency shelter if you get in a bind or if you just need like a quick something to throw over the top of you in the rain. This is a firebox stove. I don't know if you guys have seen these or not. They make a lot of cool YouTube videos. It's just a folding little stove. You can throw branches and twigs in it and then use it to cook food. I've never actually used this one before. They sent it to me and I'm excited to check it out. But it's kind of heavy. It's probably heavier than like a jet boil or something, but definitely not heavier than a jet boil and a fuel canister. So debating whether to take this or not on this hunt. This is my kill kit. This is just a little Kafaru pocket. And I'll show you kind of what's inside of there. This is a no mess dress kit, and I throw that in there. It's from, I can't remember what it's called, I think On Track Outdoors, but it has like gloves, it has a little bit of tape to put your tag on, and it has bags to dispose of it all in, and you can throw it all back in this bag. Keeps it all clean. It contains sleeve gloves, nitrile gloves, disposable towels, alcohol wipes, and electrical tape. And it seriously weighs 4.5 ounces. So these guys aren't a sponsor or anything, but these things are cool. So then in there I have this. I'll show you what that is in a second. A little bit of flagging tape in case you get in a bind. I have an Outdoor Edge replaceable blade knife in here. And then I have, these are waterproof matches. I always have a bunch of lighters kind of stashed everywhere. I like to have a few different sources of fire if I need it. I have like a can of pyro putty usually stashed too. And then I have a couple of Benchmades. These are fixed blade knives that Benchmade was kind enough to set me up with. I really like this one, and I'll show you kind of the rundown on these knives. I like to carry replaceable and fixed blade because I like fixed blade for like when you're splitting vertebrae at the back of the neck or popping hip joints. I like to have a real, like a good stiff blade, and sometimes replaceable blades aren't the best for that. Plus, like these Outdoor Edge ones, I've had two of them break right at the blade release right here. It'll get gummed up and it'll get to where you cannot change the blade, or a blade won't stay in them. So these things are nice because they're cheap, but in reality I don't really trust them, and I don't really like to rely on them. They're handy when they work, but when they fail it's a real pain in the butt. But I'll show you these Benchmades. This is the first one. I think this is called the Altitude, but I like it. One, because it comes in first light, which is rad, but this is just a fixed blade skinner, and it is so lightweight. I mean, weighs almost nothing. Very, very, very sharp. It's made out of really, really high quality steel. I think this is the S90V steel, but holds an edge and weighs almost nothing. Has a Kydex sheath that, like, it's not coming out of there at all. No matter what you do, it's gonna be able to ride around in your pack and get beat up right on your hip belt. It's not gonna fall out of there. Have quick access to it. I'm not a knife expert, but I really like that one. And then this is the other one from Benchmade that I have. I think this is called the Hidden Canyon Skinner. But I like the orange. Once again, you're not gonna lose it when you're gutting an animal. High quality steel, same. This is S30V steel. And I like that it has just like a lot of purchase there on the back. So if you need to get into like the vertebrae and split and take that like joint on the back of the head off, or whatever you need to do. Super high quality steel, easy to sharpen. And then I also pack a sharpener with them. But I haven't really like had to sharpen them very much. Used them a fair amount, but never really needed to sharpen them a whole lot. I'll show you the sharpener that I carry. So this one's just from Work Sharp. It's just cheap. It's like 25 bucks on Amazon or something. And so it has a coarse diamond and then a finer one. Then it has a ceramic rod, and you can adjust like the coarseness of the rod based on this. Also has like a groove so you can sharpen sharpen your fishing pole. So you can sharpen fishing hooks. and then a little finer one up here, and then it also has a leather strop on it so that you can strop, whatever they call it, so you can fine hone your blade. But that, I mean, it's kind of heavy, but it's no big deal. Throw that in your pack. Benchmade makes kind of a similar one to this one, but this one just kind of had more features and was way cheap, so I bought it. All right, so then you got to have the ever important Huggies. I never go anywhere without these. They're the best. These are all my spare batteries that I get to carry because I'm filming everything. So I will carry the camera that I'm filming with now, which is a small handheld. I'll probably carry this camera. If you guys recall, I broke this one when we were filming elk when I fell off a log, but I got, Troy actually sent me this idea for a replacement tripod mount that's working really well. This is a Nikon P900. And it's cool because it has a really big zoom. You can film stuff that's far away, so hopefully we'll get some good footage with this pup while we're up there. This tripod, this is one that's from Field Optics, and I said I was going to tell you a little bit more about this. So this tripod here, as you can see, it only has 2 legs on it right there. The legs screw off, and they screw off legs, and you can turn them into a trekking pole. So that's what these cork toppers are for. So you can use these for your trekking poles. The problem I run into though is, like, I use my trekking poles obviously as poles for this tent, but then I also need them for tripod legs while I'm out hunting. So if I'm gonna leave my tent set up and go hunting, it doesn't work. So I end up carrying this tripod, even though it has the handy legs, and I still end up carrying trekking poles, which these ones are lightweight. It's not that big of a deal. So it's kind of a dilemma. But also the cool thing about this tripod is that a couple of the legs come off, and you can use this attachment right here, which is somewhere, actually might be in my truck, but there's a small attachment you can put on the top and use it for like a shooting stick for a bipod. So it's handy. I like dual purposing as many things as you can. So that'll be, anyway, I'm trying to kind of figure how it works into my kit, but it'll work good. So this is a sleeping pad. This is one Matt gave me, insulated, self-inflating. I don't even know who makes it. I slept on it one night when I was elk hunting with Matt. Pretty comfortable, and I'm trying to decide whether I should use it or this. This one right here is made by Outdoor Vitals, and I think it's quite a bit lighter. This is a long wide, so it's kind of heavy, but still ultra light. That sounds like an oxymoron, right? Long wide, and it folds up relatively small, and it's very comfortable. That's the plus of this one. It's very thick and comfy. So I'll probably end up taking this one. It also comes with like a blow up sack, so you can use this sack right here to inflate it. You fill this full of air, you put this part right here on the valve, and then you can just fill the air and inflate it. That'll fold up pretty small, so I'll probably end up taking that one. And then I'm going to take this sleeping bag. This is a Stone Glacier. I think it's called a Chill Cut or something like that. It's a 15-degree 100% down bag. It might be a blend. I don't know anything about it. I'm not that diehard. I just know this is a warm sleeping bag, then it doesn't weigh very much, and it folds up really small. So that's kind of a rundown on the sleep system. Stone Glacier tent, Stone Glacier sleeping bag, Outdoor Vitals pad, and then we're going to talk about the pack. So this is the Stone Glacier R3, and I think it's a 3,300 cubic inch pack. It's a really good day pack, or maybe like a 1 or 2 day pack, but for this trip where I'm going in a little bit longer, I'm going to change out and put the bigger bag on it. This is the bigger bag, and I think it's maybe 6,000 or 6,200 cubic inch, but it has a lot of room that you can stuff gear down in the back. I like these Stone Glaciers. They're minimalistic and easy. I mean, there's nothing complicated about them. This one has a tripod pocket and an optics pocket on this side, a big zipper pouch in the front, and then I also have a lid that I usually throw all my food in. So that's the pack that I'm going to run. Just got to get switched over. These Stone Glacier packs are modular. You can take them off the frame, put a new bag on the frame, and you have 2 different sizes of packs just on the one frame that's already fitted to you. So that's nice. So, man, that's kind of the rundown. Everything except for food, which is a whole nother rundown. Maybe instead of just showing you all the food and stuff that I take, I'm just going to kind of tell you what I do for food. I like real food. I'm not a fan of freeze-dried. I take some because the convenience and the lightweight factor of it, but I don't really love to eat freeze-dried food. I'm not a Mountain House fan. Some of those Peak refuels are pretty good. Most of the flavors though, Mountain House are okay. You know, they'll do in a bind. I like jerky. Dark with Old Santa Fe Trail. I love their jerky. It's just like a pile of protein, easy, never doesn't require anything. I've been eating these things lately. They're called Simply Shreds. They're shredded dried like pork, like pulled pork. they're money. You put them in with a little bit of top ramen, awesome. So I've been eating those lately. I like ramen, I take ramen, and like if I can get away with it, I'll take a package of like hot dogs, or not even like hot dogs, like cheddar wursts, if they'll be cool enough for a day. Me and Troy have thought so many times, we rigged up so many ways to take like a small cooler so we have a little bit of real food like meat, and like, I just like to eat like that a little bit better. I like canned peaches. So I take a little bit of a weight penalty when it comes to food, because as you can tell by my figure, I like to eat, boys and girls. So anyway, that's kind of a basic rundown on the gear that I'm gonna be taking on this high country mule deer trip. I know that a lot of you don't care about gear. You have your own gear. That's all just fine. Just wanted to show you what I'm doing. I'm not trying to tell you that I'm an expert. I'm not. This is just what I do. Also, I want to let you guys know kind of the rundown for the rest of the year. So we have this mule deer hunt. This is a muzzleloader mule deer hunt that my little brother has the tag for. I just booked my flights to Texas, so I'm going to Texas October 2nd for whitetail. I'm going to be hunting archery whitetail the 2nd to the 6th. I come back from that hunt and immediately I have the Utah open bull tag. So I'll hunt elk in Utah for a few days. Then I head to New Mexico for another elk hunt. It's a unit-wide tag that I just picked up with a couple of buddies. I think Eric from Hush is going, and then Jordan from Mtn Ops are going to be on that hunt. Also, I will then make a run to, man, I can't even keep them all straight, Arizona for the Coos hunt, followed by Colorado for the mule deer hunt. So it is going to be jam-packed from here on out. I know things have been a little bit slow. I've been helping other people with tags, but the hunting videos are going to be rolling strong. So thank you guys for tuning into this video and watching this massive gear dump. I can't, massive dump. I'm 4 years old. Can't wait to throw everything in this bag, get up on the hill. But yeah, appreciate you guys following along. Next video is going to be a mule deer high country hunting video. I'm stoked to make it, stoked to get out there and do it. I already thanked everybody who bought apparel because I just barely finished making my other elk hunting video, which I uploaded a couple days ago. It's all confusing, I get it. But thanks guys for following along with what I'm doing. I'm going to punch my laptop in the face if it keeps making that noise. I'm going to go take it to the shop right now and get it fixed, get a few things taken care of before I head out on this hunt. So, see you guys.